All right, guys, so we just filmed an episode. We're going to do a quick little Q&A here, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it going. What do you got for me, RJ?
Trying to learn a little bit more about your Armando. So, one, what got you into real estate?
So that's a good question. I was in the banking world prior. I did, a lot of people actually don't know about this, so very good question. I was doing compliance and risk management work. Okay. So basically, a little background on that very quickly. It's monitoring accounts to make sure that people aren't like money laundering and terrorist financing. That's a big department that grew after 9/11 when they passed the Patriot Act. Okay. As soon as they passed the Patriot Act, the BSA departments of banks started like cracking down because banks could no longer have like willful blindness and say, oh, I didn't know, you know? So they have like things in place where we determine patterns of people that seem to be money laundering or doing things that are outside of the norm, you know? So I was in that industry for a long time. I wanted to get out because there is a ceiling. It pays well, but there is a cap, a ceiling. Yeah. So I was looking at what route to go. I had invested in real estate as far back as 2016. I bought a property. Sure. So I had invested in real estate, but I had never like practiced it, right? Yeah. And all my friends around me were doing lending, real estate, and stuff like that. So they had always like told me, hey, I think you would like this, you know? Yeah. And come 2020, COVID, right before COVID, we had my bank closed out. They got sold out. And once they got sold out, they, pasa, Anita, pasa. Sorry, we had a little quick person come in. But once they got sold out, they closed their department and they gave me a severance package. Okay. Okay. So I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to do my own thing. I always wanted to be my own boss. Yeah. And my own brand and you know, kind of fly on my own. Uh-huh. So I took advantage of that. And since then, I met Horacio, who's my partner now, through a mutual friend, one of my best friends. I interviewed with him. I saw his vision. We shared the same vision. And I got into it, brother. And since the first day in real estate, I loved it. Yeah. I loved it because I like the business aspect, I like the finance. Sure. And then I also like the psychology part that we had talked about. I love helping people. Yeah. Now as a broker, I love teaching people. Sure. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. It was a shift between the corporate world and kind of doing my own thing. I wanted to be my own boss. I hated, there was some bosses that I had that I was like, you know, I could do better than these guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that corporate like ladder that you have to go up, the bureaucracy. Yeah. I was kind of fed up with it, and I saw the right opportunity in COVID. And crazy market, by the way, COVID was. Oh man, nuts. Insane. People were like freaked out. You would go to showings 6 feet away, everybody with a mask on. The rates were low, so that helped. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into real estate. I had done some investments prior. I was in banking, and I said, you know what? Let me try something different. And then we shifted to this, you know? I
didn't know that, man.
Yeah, brother, yeah.
A few quick hitters, just like in a sentence or less. When you're investing, are you going to do a multi-unit or Airbnb?
No, I like to do multi-units. Okay. I like to do, more than anything, I like to split the property and rent out the different units in the property. The Airbnb for me it's a good investment, but the maintenance is a problem. You have to constantly I like to have a property and forget about it. Yep. Whereas the Airbnb, you always have to kind of have your mind in the property, you know? Okay. So definitely multifamilies.
Entrepreneurship or 9 to 5?
Entrepreneurship, come on. Perfect. Absolutely. And by the way, it's doable by everybody. So if you're in a 9 to 5 that you hate, start a little side hustle, and it's very possible over time. 100%. 100%. Okay.
Favorite movie?
Inception.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
That's a good one, man. That one, and I like Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. His movies are badass. That one, Inception, and I was looking at the other day, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It's a really good movie too, huh? Some classic movies.
Classic, man. Favorite hobby outside of real estate?
Favorite hobby outside, we were talking about this earlier. I do jiu-jitsu on the side. I practice. I love lifting, training. I'm very athletic. I've always been I like movement. You know, I'm not the type of guy to be still, so definitely training, jiu-jitsu, and friends and family, man. Oh, wow. I'm a big fan of that, you know?
Your definition of greatness?
My definition of greatness is succeeding to a point where you can help people around you, but still be humble. Okay. That's important because I think some people lose themselves in this process, you know, and money tends to kind of blind people a little bit, and I think we have to know what's important, and definitely family and love and the people around you are are very, very important, you know?
Advice to new agents getting into it.
Advice to new agents. I said this in a recent podcast, ignore the glamour. Ignore the glamour. This is hard work. That's not to discourage anybody, by the way.
Yeah.
I always say, like, come in, let's do it, let's work, but just be prepared to work, because a lot of people come in and they think within a month they're going to be closing $1 million deals, and that's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Okay. Traits that a realtor, successful realtor, has to have.
I would say you have to be optimistic, very optimistic. We talked about this. If not, you're going to be depressed 24/7. You have to be outgoing. You have to be a people person. And sales. I mean, we talked about sales is important, but I think when you put the optimism with the people person and the outgoing part,
Sure.
and you put those together, even if you're not as good at sales, you could always learn sales along the way.
Right.
You know, if you're good with talking to people and getting to know people, like we were talking about networking, and I think you're going to make it 100%. And most importantly, too, something that I think this industry needs is ethics.
Yes.
We need morals. We need people that are
sure.
good, do right by their clients.
For sure.
100%.
First deal.
First deal. That's a crazy story. So I got my license in February 2020. Okay, February 3rd.
Wow.
And I remember I signed with Horacio, and I leave the office. Some people take months to close their first deal. So this is an outlier, by the way. Don't, again, ignore the glamour. This is just a very rare example of this. I went to my mom's house. I passed by to say hi. And as I get to my mom's house, the neighbor is leaving, like packing things. Mm-hmm. So I go up to the neighbor and I'm like, mind you, I've known this neighbor. Mom's living there for over 10 years. Yeah. And I go to the neighbor and I'm like, hey, are you guys moving? What's going on? Oh yeah, we just bought another house, so we have to sell ours. And I'm like, man, I've been doing real estate forever. My first day, by the way. And the guy literally, obviously, does he know me? He goes like this, gives me the key. He goes, go ahead, list it. I call Horacio. I'm like, brother, I think I got a listing. It had been like 3 hours since I had seen him.
Wow.
The guy's like, I'll be there right now.
Wow.
So that was my first listing. And at that time, the rates were very low. They were like in the 3s and high 2s. Within COVID time, within 12 days, we showed it back to back to back. Within 12 days, I was under contract. And we closed within the first month. The first check was $13,000, and I paid off my Jeep. Wow. My Jeep Wrangler. That was when I realized, like, you know what? I love this, man, you know? Yeah. And it was a great experience. Again, this is an outlier experience. It's not the norm, you know? So, but it was a good time, and it was a good training right off rip. Yeah. You know? Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
All right, last one, man. Miami or Indiana tonight?
Miami, brother. Come on. It's all about the U. Let's get
baby.
it. Thank you guys again. And RJ, appreciate you, brother. When you're back in Miami, let me know.
Yes, sir.
And we'll run it again.
You're the man.
Awesome,
You're the
brother.
man, Armando.
All right, guys. Take care.